My thumb gusset is starting to take shape now, and I'm using the double increase that I like so much, a knit yarn over knit on the front and a purl yarn over purl. So let's have a look at that. And to make it very easy to find the thumb, I'm keeping the colours as set, so it's going to wind up being striped. And I'm increasing every fourth round, and that gives me 2 new stitches every fourth round. Counting from the increase stitch, there is the knit, the yarn over and the knit. So this is my last increase stitch. So that's the increase round. 1, 2, 3 plain rounds. That means this is the 4th round. So it's time to make the increase again. And I've decided to make the increase in the new colour, so I'm going to switch the colours round, and I'm knitting into the front stitch, yarn overing, and going back into the stitch again. I didn't take it off the needles between the first and the second. Now I need to make a similar increase or a matching increase on the back, and I'm going to do purl, yarn over, and purl again. And I'm using regular rotation purls for this, and this is made a little bit more tricky because I cut my yarn off to force myself to make a colour change, so I haven't got quite enough yarn to control there, but I've made a purl, yarn over, purl increase all into that one stitch, and then on the next round I'll reorganize them. I'm going to do my colour change here. I like to cut off the yarns in advance of where I'm going to change them, and then let the yarn running out actually set the exact change position. So we finally get to the colour change. And now back to normal patterning with just the new colour yarn. And the next colour that I'm going to change will be this one. So I'll probably wait until I've done at least one round of the pink, and then I'll cut this yarn so that the colour change happens when it feels like it. I don't know why, I just feel more comfortable that way rather than saying, okay, I'm going to change colours now and chop it then. I like the element of Russian roulette that it adds. So I'll work this round in pattern, and then we'll look at how to rearrange that increase. When working in the round, especially with a small round, and reaching the end of a needle, rather than changing straight to the next needle, I like to work a couple of stitches. So I've got a yellow pair, I need one more yellow pair. So I would like to work a couple more pairs of stitches from my next full needle before putting the empty needle back in the work. That way the stresses that occur at a corner get moved around the entire work. I call it circulating your stitches. Now that I'm back to the increase that was made on the previous round, I now need to rearrange that. Because I've had a lot of practice, I simply do it on the needles. So I've taken the first one from the first bunch of 3, and then I come round the back and go into the first one of the group of pearls. Then I slip the remaining 2 parts of the knit increase to the end of the needle, pull the needle out and slip it back into the 2 front stitches. So they've now changed positions. I can also knit them as I go, but for now I'm just going to reorganize them and slip them back. So take the one from the front needle, come round the back, take the one from the back needle, and that's one of the reasons I use the regular rotation of purling when making this increase, because it slips more easily onto the needle. So now I've rearranged those 6 stitches so that they alternate, and I've returned them to my left needle, and I can carry on in pattern. You can also use a cable needle and slip the front stitches onto a cable needle and then take them first from the cable needle, then from the back needle, as another way of rearranging the stitches when you first start using that kind of increase.